Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video we're going to be doing a full face of nothing new. So I'm going to be using products that have been out for a while now. Nothing super brand new and exciting here, but products that I really like or that I'm trying for the first time or that are just like a staple. I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. I hope that you guys like the final look, which you're seeing right here. If you do, give the video a thumbs up before you leave. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and let's just go ahead and get started. I'm currently air drying my hair, so it looks extra dark at the moment, which I love. I honestly would dye my hair black if it were for me. I'm just too lazy for the upkeep, so I keep it my natural color. As you can see, I already filled in my eyebrows because too long of a process, you know? But we're going to start, and the first not new product I'm going to use is an eyeshadow palette, and that is the Sultry Palette right here. Now this one is new to my collection, but it's not a new palette. It was a limited edition Anastasia palette that she released either last year or the year before, and it's no longer being sold, so I am so sorry. But I wanted to try it on camera because it is new to me. One of you beautiful subscribers of mine sent it over. Thank you so much, Carissa, one more time for sending it over to me. I'm not going to zoom you in all the way because I want to talk to you while I do my eyes. It's not a step-by-step tutorial type of video, but I am going to zoom you in a little closer so you can have a better view even though you're not right here. I'm using my Shadow Insurance primer from Too Faced, and I'm going to prime my eyes with it. And then I'm going to start. So I have a Morphe brush with no numbers, so let's get a brush that has numbers so I can tell you guys. I have my Sigma E40, and I'm going to start with the color Bloom right here, and I'm going to do windshield wiper motions with it on the crease of my eye. That's really nice. A little bit more bloom on this side. It's actually a lot more pigmented than I thought it would be. I thought it would be more, I don't know, more powdery maybe is the word, like a little bit less punchy. So I have been a little MIA from YouTube lately, or at least I feel like I have, and that is because when quarantine started I was posting like at least 4 times a week. In the past 2 weeks I've posted once, maybe twice, I don't even remember. And the reason is, if you guys saw my last video I did with my grandma, which by the way, if you did see it, thank you so much for all of like the outburst of love. I really appreciate it. I love my grandma so much, and I really wanted to do that video more for me than for anything else. Like now I have that video to look back on, because let's face it, grandparents are not going to be here forever, right? And I know a lot of you were commenting that you like lost yours, and you know, I lost my grandpa last year too, and so I don't know, I selfishly wanted to film that video doing my grandma's makeup. My grandma has a great sense of humor, and I wanted to have that memory to look back on. I'm going to like cry. Okay, let me stop rambling and get to the point. You guys love that video, and the reason I was able to film that video was because my grandma came over to Atlanta to stay with me for a few weeks, and so that's where I was just spending time with my grandma. While she was here, I did do the Nervina palette videos because I wanted to get that up for you guys, but I tried to focus as much as I can on just spending time with her and making sure she wasn't bored, and going on walks and showing her like whatever I could, because we were quarantined, so it's not like we could be doing fun activities every day. We did some like outdoor activities with like not a lot of people around, and she was sharing recipes with me and all of that, so I had a great time. I had an amazing 2 weeks. We ended up taking her back down to Miami last weekend, which was a little bit prior to what we anticipated. I'm going to use that JH33 and the color Twig. I was saying we ended up taking her down to Miami before the anticipated time because she is diabetic, and she ran out of her medication, and she had to go back down to Miami to get it because my dad didn't send them up in time. Anyways, it was just a few days before, so we drove down to Miami last weekend, and because we had been in Miami very recently when we went to pick her up, My husband didn't want to stay, so we went down on Sunday and we came up on Monday, and that effed me up so bad. So I feel like because I was sitting in the car for so long, maybe I was sitting wrong or looking at my phone a lot. Point is, I had a headache for 3 days after we got back from Miami. And it's a weird headache because it started like in the back of my neck. I think it was just from sitting down in the same position for so many hours, 2 days straight, you know? And so yeah, that's where I've been, and that's why I've been missing. I really thought I was gonna have something up and recorded by now, but between the trip and my migraine, I was really not able to. But that's okay. I know you guys don't mind. I'm using the color Dystopian to darken up the outer corner, which is this one right here. And I'm going to use Rose Quartz on my eyelid. I'm applying it with an Alter Ego number 4 brush. I tried these Alter Ego brushes recently and I don't love their blending brushes, but this big number 4 brush is really nice because it packs a punch and it covers a big space. Alright, I think this is going to be the top of the eyes. Nice, soft, smoky with a little bit of a peachy hint. I really like it. There's a truck right outside picking up the trash. So while they do that, I'm going to stop recording. I'm going to put on my Sand and Sky Emu Apple drops, which I love, and also the Good Molecules silicone-free priming moisturizer, and I'll be right back once that truck is gone. Alright, I'm back. Truck's left. For some reason, this never happens. I feel like it's weird. My skin sometimes reacts to things that I wear on a daily basis and it never does it, and then one day it just does. Don't ask me, but that's fine. I literally have been putting the same mixture on for like 4 days and nothing has happened, and then here we are today, but that's fine. I'm applying the Dior primer now. I like that this one kind of helps with pores a little bit. This Dior primer, the Backstage primer, is the one that I'm using today. For foundation, I'm going to use my Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue Tinted Moisturizer. I finally have this foundation again. When it first came out, I did a video. I loved it and I raved about it, but the color I was not pleased with. So I intended to exchange it for this color, but not also for a scary Estee Lauder, so I wasn't able to. And long story short, I just bought it again yesterday, I think it was. So now I have it in the color Dawn, which I think is a better color for me. And I'm using this silicone tipped sponge to apply it. I like this sponge because it does truly save makeup. I believe it's called the Super Sponge, and it's like if you dipped a beauty blender into like silicone and sealed it. I like this color much better. Now, because it has a silicone tip, I don't feel like it blends as well as a regular beauty blender, but the beauty of it is that it does have a sponge right down here. So I go back afterwards to just like give it a finishing touch with the sponge side, and I don't know, I like it. For concealer, I'm going to use my Touche Eclat Full Cover Concealer in number 1. And I'm going to blend out my concealer with this little e.l.f. sponge right here. Okay, so now that the concealer is on, I'm going to set it with my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Powder, Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. And I'm using my F35 from Sigma. I feel like you need a special brush for this powder because it can be too much sometimes. This one though works fine. I also love the one that Charlotte sells, that it's kind of like this shape. That one's awesome. For bronzer, I'm going to use my cream bronzer from Fenty. I have it in number 2, which is Butter Biscuit. That's the name of the color. I have another update. If you guys see what I post on my community page here on YouTube, a couple of weeks ago I posted a link to the Mothership number 7 palette, which had restocked at Sephora, and I was sharing with you guys that I had bought it, that I was going to be making videos with it, and that it was back in stock at Sephora because it was sold out for such a long time. So I received the palette, but it unfortunately got here broken. So I returned it and I was going to exchange it, but by the time that I had received it, it was sold out online again. So today, the Mothership number 8 palette launched, which is the Divine Rose Volume 2 palette, and she had a kit for both of them. If you bought the kit, you would save like 20 bucks, and then I had a 10% extra on top of that. So that's what I ended up doing. I barely slept last night because I kept waking up to look at the time because I didn't want to miss out on the launch at 9 o'clock on the dot. I was refreshing that page like crazy. I bought the kit with the limited edition package, and so I'm going to hopefully soon get both of the palettes, the Mothership number 7 and 8. I will of course be making videos on them as soon as I receive them. I'm going to start with videos on the 8th one because that's the newest one, and then I want to do a 5 looks 1 palette video with the 7 if you guys want as well. Let me know down below if you're interested in that, because I want to play with them. Some of you guys told me in the comment section that once I bought one Mothership palette, I wouldn't be able to stop myself from getting more, and guess what? You were right. I'm now obsessed. I get what the hype is about. Yes, they're super expensive, but I mean, they're so pretty. This is something else that is not new to the market, but it is new to me, and that is finally the highlighter in the number 1 shade from Natasha Denona. So this is what we are going to use right now, and I think I'm just going to use it with my finger. It's really nice. I really like how soft it is, but I also expected it to be a little bit more blinding than it is. It's pretty natural looking. Then for blush, I'm going to use my Pillow Talk blush from Charlotte Tilbury with my Rephr number 4 brush. Let me go ahead and finish up my eye look. I'm going to do the color Twig with a pencil brush right underneath my eye. This is an E36 from Morphe, all the way to the tear duct area underneath my eye. Same thing on this eye, of course. For the inner corner, I'm going to use the color Pearl right here with a small little flat brush. And then I'm going to do a little bit of bloom on a tip of a Morphe M433 just to mimic the top at the bottom here and blow out that lower lash line. Alright, so this is what I am looking like right now. I'm going to do some mascara, and then I'll be right back to finish it up with some lipstick. Okay, I did mascara on the top side of my eyes and not the bottom yet because I want to do a little bit of eyeliner. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Eyeliner in the color Burgundy, so I'm going to do that in my waterline, and then I'll finish up the mascara. Alright, so for lipstick, I'm going to do the Iconic Nude lip liner because apparently it's the only lip liner I own, okay? The obsession is just too real. If any of you guys have tried this lip liner after I recommended it, can you please let me know down below what you think of it? Am I crazy or is it amazing, you know? And then I'm going to do my Kaja Gloss Oil in Beachy Nude right over top. Alright, and this right here is the final look. What do you guys think? I actually filmed this full face of Nothing New yesterday, and it didn't come out as good as it did today. So even though I lost all of the footage because I deleted it by mistake and I was so pissed about it, I'm glad it happened because it came out better today, you know? I truly hope you guys enjoyed this full face of Nothing New. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Also, let me know if you really want to see more looks with the Sultry palette. I really don't want to make that video, so I'll take some convincing for sure because it's a tease. Like, this is not being sold anymore, so why would I make more looks with it, you know? I'm super thankful to Carissa for sending it to me. I'm super thankful that I have it. I really like the way that this look came out, and I've been playing with it for like 2-3 days now, and every look I've done with it I've really enjoyed. I definitely think I'm a little bit more of a warm girl. Like, I think this is my favorite look I've done with it, and that is because I use that orangey warm shade. Whenever I do all like cool tones, I don't think I like them as much, but that is just my personal preference. It is a beautiful palette. I love the Anastasia formula, and I'm definitely so happy that I have it now. Thank you guys so much for letting me know that I was missing out big time. I really was. And thank you again to Carissa for sending it over to me. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't leave without giving it a thumbs up. Don't leave without subscribing to my channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Bye!